situation. The ball's on the 15-yard line, and a player or two. It's hard to not go and take those points in a game like this against the team in the country. So, we did what we had to do in certain situations to take those points. Obviously, we got to turn 3 into 7 here.
Pushes it hard as a play caller in a game like this, in that you can run it and you're running it, but Mark said at halftime, told the radio that needed big plays to win it. Do you feel like you almost have to take some shots to try to create one of those big plays?
Yeah, I think so. I think looking back at it again, like it just had that feeling of, there weren't a bunch of chunk plays, throughout the game, and that's for whatever reason. Again, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to call the shots down the field. That's the biggest thing. I think there's a positive holding on to the ball today. Didn't think the ball got loose, but that explosive play piece is going to be critical. And for us, there's no secrets of what we got to do. As a whole unit, it starts up front. Quarterbacks giving them a chance. Guys making plays for us to get that done.
Coach Brock talked a little bit about wanting to get the ball out a little quicker. Is that more just what happened last week, or is it he hasn't started any games, there's reps that have to be done to kind of get over that?
Yeah, I think it's something we'll look at too. Just, again, we open, with a shorter, tight pass to get the ball out. Try to get a good job on third downs in those situations. But big picture for us right now is we lean on protections that have more guys in there, and so getting them easier throws is obviously something we need to.
You were down to 2 scholarship running backs. Is it difficult to lean on the running game when you've only got 2 back there?
Demi's done a tremendous job. I really feel bad. Every game we've played, he's been extremely solid. I think the biggest thing is again, I'm proud of what Wilcox showed tonight. Thought he did some good things. Whether you lean on it, don't lean on it. There's certainly a contingency plan. If Demi goes down, you got basically a freshman and true freshman behind him, and just how much they can handle. But I thought our run game did a nice job tonight.
Which I know this probably is the start. Like you envisioned here, weird opener, and then 2 games where you're the end zone for a touchdown. What do in-season adjustments look like? I mean, how does that process go as you guys try to innovate and try to change things and get better?
Yeah, I don't think there's huge overreactions, if you will. I feel like this offense has been successful for a lot of years. I think the biggest thing right now is just confidence. Just continuing to build the confidence of the guys across the board. At different positions who, again, 2-3 weeks ago maybe weren't in the spot they're in, and now they are. And you certainly can do that by probably limiting a ton of scheme, to be honest with you, and giving them things they're familiar with and things we've done over and over and over again. And so I think there's some self-reflection there. I think we did do some things today that will hopefully get us to the point of taking that next step. That's ultimately what we're trying to do.
Brock's legs were really threat. Is that something that worked well in week 1, 2? We don't see that much of it.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, again, we're going to have to run them. I think there's no secret there. We had that discussion with them earlier in this week, and I just think, I would say from a mindset standpoint, at times this year we've maybe tried to not run them as much and keep them, only utilize them in situations where we had to. But I thought he did a great job today of making plays and taking big time hits.
And you ran 73 plays. You've got to be somewhat happy with that. Are you happy with the tempo in general?
Yeah, I think, again, it always just comes down to what's it going to take to win each game. We get a feel for the game, and certainly how well our defense was playing. Right now it's just all about the execution. And I think that's what it comes down to. Again, just the pre-snap and getting guys lined up in year 1, and certainly, again, creating those explosive plays. Whether it's 73 plays or 55 plays, we just got to put the points in the game.
Couple more, guys.
Kind of following up on that, Bush, I guess how kind of much tougher is it to take knowing that, hey, you get 2 touchdowns, that's enough to win this game today. It's not like you got to go out and score 30 or 40, 50 points to win.
It's obviously extremely hard.
Yeah.
You look at those situations again, we got to analyze it. In this league, got to take care of the ball, got to score touchdowns in the red zone, got to execute on third downs, and so we know what needs to get done.
Mark said that he thought he learned something about his team. What did you learn about your guys?
I think there's a level of, resiliency in how you respond from last week. I know it was in this building a tough week, obviously, right, for how that game went and from a physicality standpoint. But I think today we got to see that there was no back down by any of these players. I mean, I felt we managed to play as physical as the #1 team in the country, and I think there's a lot to build from.
Do you think that in this season that maybe, Coach Suits mentioned more content, that maybe his physicality was like Demi's most underrated thing? See, he was split out so much kind of last year.
Who was that? I'm sorry.
Demi.
Yeah, he's been impressive.
Yeah.
I think there was a feel last year that he had some gadget type plays to him, but he's been able to go in there and play a physical brand of football and take care of the ball. And I really feel he's been one of those guys that's been extremely consistent.
Thanks, guys.